Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Hong Kong House of Cards. This evening's scene will take place in the Apricot Dragon. Miss Tony Zhang, having had a rather perplexing few days, is seeking solace in a good book, quite literally. The hour is just after the. I beg your pardon. The hour is just after 6 o'clock when she knows the mysterious and strange little monkey man will have quite literally shooed his regular patrons out of his shop with a broom, as she's seen him do it once before. She will see the door has its little closed sign. However, you only have to knock to enter, as many people know. And we will join Miss Zhang as she does so.
Yeah, she's gonna just walk up to the door. She's got her typical backpack on, small armory, and she's gonna knock on the door.
You hear a thunderous crash, and you hear rapid swearing in Cantonese. As a matter of fact, the crash is so significant the window panes shudder ever so slightly. Somewhere out there, Jia Ying is pissed. Continues.
Probably be downstairs.
Being pissed. Haishin will proceed to kind of dust himself off from the bookcase that has just fallen over as he was trying to basically put a book on the top shelf while delicately balancing on a chair stacked on top of another chair. He will note the fact that various different books are currently on the floor, shrug, make his way over to the door, and open it. Ah, you are Tony Zhang, yes?
Yeah, and you're the guy who runs a bookstore with a bunch of books on the floor, right?
Among my many other credits, yes. Come in. May I offer tea?
Sure, tea is fine. Do you need help with that? Are you okay? That sounded like a pretty big crash.
Oh, you somewhat startled me while I was attempting to re-alphabetize Zheng Zhu Wan's chronography of Zen. Unfortunately, I reverse alphabetize, you see. A is at the bottom and Z is at the top.
Okay. You're a bookstore, you do what you want.
There is somebody who is probably downstairs scowling who would very much disagree with that statement. However, yes.
Oh, okay. There are people living in the bookstore now?
I would assume so. It is rather big. There are many rows of books, many places to get lost. You see his eyes kind of drift away. But where are my manners? Tea!
Okay. This is not what I was expecting coming in here, but okay. Whatever, I'll roll with it.
He will proceed to start brewing a tea that smells of sweet apricots, that tantalizes the senses. You can almost taste it. It makes your mouth water ever so slightly, just at the back. Yeah. Before pouring it into tiny, delicate china cups and setting it down in front of you with a deep, graceful bow.
She'll return the bow and then, sit down and take the cup and start drinking.
So, what is it that this provider of small, innocuous knickknacks can do for one such as you this evening?
Just really looking for a book. I mean, I suppose it's kind of obvious considering I came to a bookstore, but one.
I prefer the phrase occult emporium, but yes.
Yeah, that's bookstore's shorter, dear. That definitely a lot shorter. But anyway, one on meditation, perhaps.
Meditation. And what is it that you wish to center yourself on the concept of? Do you wish to understand the great cosmos as it interweaves with the various interwaxing, waning stars that twinkle and sparkle so far above us? Or do you wish to understand innermost self, that dark, deep place that lurks within the innermost depths of your soul? Also, would you like some more tea?
She kind of rubs her forehead, thinking, "Oh God, what did I get myself into?" And then kind of extends the hand that's holding the teacup, sort of a yes, and then she'll go, um, probably the deep dark reaches of my soul, considering what I'm trying to do with this
Oh, and what is it that you are trying to do, Miss Shang?
stuff, things.
Stuff. My,
Anything,
your
yeah.
ability to enunciate and enaculate the Chinese language is somewhat stunning. I unfortunately cannot help with stuff and things. However, if one were to try to be more exact, I might be able to offer some kind of rudimentary guide to whatever it is one is thinking.
I'm trying to get more in touch with my past selves.
Ah, that is a topic to which I am not exactly well versed myself. However, many others have been. You wish to see backwards, peeling yourself layer by layer through the wheel, yes?
Yes.
Ooh, a very interesting topic. Very, very interesting topic. How is it that you intend to pay for such knowledge?
Um, I was thinking money, but if you have different ideas, then that works depending on what it is.
Perhaps you can answer a little riddle of mine.
I'm not good with riddles, but okay. Do what you want.
Somewhere in this city is a giant metal man who I cannot seem to find, who appears to be somewhere and nowhere at all, who was once so high but now hides so low. Do you have any idea where he is?
Are you are you actually asking if I know a metal man in this city, or is this some kind of weird riddle?
No, a literal metal man. One of my brothers, or my elder brothers, shall we say. Oh, I was led to understand you were familiar with Master Zan Sushan.
Why do you ask?
Like him, but made of metal.
I might have possibly. No, I
He
might have
was there the
heard.
very same evening you and I first met, if you would like to be politically correct, sitting at a table drinking with a shooting star. Perhaps that helps you.
No, because I don't remember the first time we met, dear.
Oh, dearie my, you must have had ever so much to drink that evening.
I just. I guess there wasn't much of an impression made to really make me remember the first time we met.
I'm wounded. You still have all my paperwork.
Oh, at the club.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I remember that. I don't remember the man. Um, I have heard rumors though about. Well, Logan described it as heavy feet, heavy footfalls. I think Bellic said something about a metal thing, but yeah. Either way, it's dead now.
I see. And what was the cause of its death?
Oh, Celia, I can't remember if they said it was the leech, but something about acid blood, which yeah, I know what that is. It's he was killed by this thing called Zalich, vampire asshole douchebag. I'm gonna chop his head off one day, and it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah.
You walk a very dark path for someone so very young.
Yep.
Why?
I'm a wheel turner. It's what I do. I make sure the wheel continues to turn.
Yes, but often remember that the wheel must turn, life must go to death, however one must still live to have a life before death.
Yes, I do understand this. I'm living just fine. The creature is a vampire, so I mean, it's not living anyway, and I'm gonna kill it.
You can see the Hanuman raises an eyebrow. He's in his human form, but he just cocks an eyebrow. I see. Hmm. If this is indeed the case, then I fear that my compatriot might well have met his end in the same way as our other brother did. This creature appears to be picking off little gods left and right as if there's no tomorrow. How
Sure, they
unfortunate.
do stupid stuff to put themselves in the way of harm.
Is that what Master Zahn did?
No, just stop bringing him up if you don't mind.
As you wish. He will pour more tea into the cup.
As he's pouring tea, she's gonna, take her bag off, set it beside her, open it up, and, pull out Pelagios and let him start roaming around.
It must be rather excellent to have a companion like that to keep away the mice.
Yeah, it is rather nice. A lot of people, if they see him and they don't realize, they start freaking out considering he's one of the most venomous snakes in Hong Kong. But yeah, it's fun. He'll occasionally tell me how good the rat tastes, or the mice. It's quite odd.
What color is Pelagius?
He's black with white stripes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a mini banded crate. So.
Ew. Okie dokie, I know what they are out of character. Haishin will kind of how would I explain this? He will get a small he will get a not a small, he will get a bowl and fill it with water and put it on the table in case Pelagius wants to be in water for a while. Snakes like water.
For the most part, he'll just kind of stay coiled on Tony's arm.
Okay. He is your guardian.
Yes, it's kind of a mutual thing. I guard him as much as he guards me.
Hmm.
Kind of, sort of. He is a snake. They tend to be easily crushed underfoot.
However, they often let you know that you have crushed them, and in those last moments you regret not choosing where you put your feet.
Oh, most certainly.
So, you acquire a book. Let me see what I have. Let me see. He will walk down one of the shelves packed with books and odd-looking artifacts. He'll just leave you sitting there with this with the stick and the tea. You can hear him mumbling, and the mumbling gradually grows fainter.
She's just gonna sit there and sip tea, looking weirded out a little. Mostly confused.
He will come back a few minutes later with a black leather-bound book and say, "These are the treaties of the Tao. The Tao as we understand it. The innermost truths of self. Oftentimes when you find the truth about yourself, you can find the truth about the times when you step backward, when you are no longer you, but when you were someone else, when you wore a different face, when you wore different hands and different feet. Maybe this may guide you to what you seek."
Oh, thank you very much.
He smiles. However, do not be in too much of a hurry to look to the dead. As I have said, Miss Yang, you must always look to the life first before the coming of the end.
Of course. And I have, looked ahead, at least I believe I have, and now I wish to learn more than I already do about who I was previously.
This is indeed wisdom.
I hope that the information that I gave you regarding your brother was sufficient enough. I apologize that I don't know more. I wasn't there. And
It is quite all right.
yeah, I only heard this secondhand anyway. So,
I will contact Mr. Bellick and see if he can confirm.
him or Logan, that would be good, yes.
Good. I do hope the book is to your liking.
I'm sure it will be. And the tea is quite delicious.
I do my best. He's kind of looking at you now to see if you really want anything else, or...
Nah, she's just sitting there, sipping her tea. She seems quite content, actually, at this point. Finally, she'll kind of get up and place Pelagios back into the bag and close it up. I believe that is all.
By the way, does she openly carry her katana with her or no?
No, she carries it with her. She keeps it in a map case.
Ah.
That she was actually given by the Mandarin.
He has actually seen the map case and knows what's in it because you took it out the last session that you had it here in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So he will point to the map case and say, "You always walk around armed."
Yes. I do not like to be caught unawares, and if I am, then I have a way to defend myself. Then she'll reach a hand back, or, to the backpack, and from, like, this hidden slot, she'll pull out a small dagger. Just kind of smile and hold it and then put it back. I keep a lot of weapons on my person, mostly on the bag, so...
You should not place all your faith in steel, Miss Yang.
I know. And I know a little about, how to martial arts, I suppose, would be an easy way to describe it, but I don't know too much. So for the moment, I have to place a lot of my faith and trust into these weapons because that's all I really know how to use very well.
Hmm. Interesting.
And what's so interesting about it?
Nothing. Just my pondering.
Well, would you like to share with the rest of the class?
Ah, you seek a lesson. In that case, I shall give you one. It is not the fact that you have not the familiarity with this, and he'll basically put his hand over yours. It is the fact that you place far too much reliance in metal.
Well, it hasn't failed me yet so far. In fact, it helped me out quite a good bit the other day.
Would you like me to show you what I mean?
If by what you mean you mean breaking one of my weapons, then no. You can break a metal object that you have all that you want. Not one of mine.
Also, placing too much care upon the physical.
Not sure what you mean by that. Okay.
He will smile. Just an old man teaching a lesson, my dear. Nothing more.
If you say so, dear.
With that, he will give her a very, very polite bow.
She will return the bow and then put her bag on her back. My apologies if I'm not too good in social situations. It's not something I'm very good with.
It's quite alright. I have enjoyed the company and a pleasant cup of tea.
Then you must deal with some pretty bad company to think I'm pleasant.
Why would you not be?
Because I'm just not.
Can you do me a favor? Can you roll 3 dice for me, please?
Yeah.
And he'll spend a willpower, why not?
What diff?
Diff 6.
Okay, you got 2 successes, 3 with the willpower.
He'll smile, and he'll say, though you have spent rather much more time with my kind than you let on.
She'll just shrug. What does it matter?
He will look, and he will point at your face and say, and whose handiwork was that?
She'll poke her cheek. It was actually Min.
Ah. He is an artist. Though no doubt you were as lovely as a snow blossom before.
I was decent before. I like to think anyway. I don't put much stock into looks, but it seemed that I think what Zahn said was he wanted to make me as beautiful as he made me sharp or something like that. Basically, I had just gone to speak with him, and the next thing I know, I'm being poked and prodded and things of that matter.
Is it something you minded? Something that offended you?
It just caught me off guard. Like, I didn't ask for it, they just kind of gave it.
Then you must have been truly special to them. We do not share our gifts of this manner for no reason. You must have been very special to them both.
I'm pretty sure Min did not like me, and it was really just Zahn asking or telling him to do it. So,
Well, in that case, you were dear to one of them.
she'll shrug. I would hope or think so, but that time has passed.
All times must pass. However, the sweet flavor is, though fleeting, something that we will always cherish in memory.
Oh, yes. The memories were quite spectacular.
He will smile. I will get the door for you, Miss Yang.
Oh, thank you.
He will open the door.
She'll bow once more and then head out.
I don't know if you want to come in as the other one to yell at me for dropping a bookcase on the floor.
I mean, I could if you want to.
It could totally be a thing.
Okay, let me switch thingies then. Okay, as Tony walks out, excuse me, a few minutes after Tony leaves, Xiaoying will kind of walk up. Her hair's, out of its normal bun and just kind of laying down. She looks towards the fallen bookcase and the books all over the place. What? Why? What did you do?
I was stopped.
By who?
A very troubled young lady who needed advice and ecstasy.
And a young lady startled you. What did she do? Grab your tail?
I leave that to you, he says with a sly smile. And no, She was just at the door at the one moment when I was balancing on tiptoe on the top of two chairs in order to find my balance.
Why didn't you just climb up the bookshelf like you do all of the time?
Are you going to help me lift the bookcase or not?
I'm not very strong. I'm not sure that I would be of any help.
Oh. Where the hell is that werecrow when we need him?
I sent him off a while ago.
Excellent. Maybe he can flock around some carrion or something.
I am still optimistic that he will turn into a decent tool.
Shin will sit on the fallen case. I have some interesting news for the Mandarin at any rate.
Oh?
Yes, you recall that individual that they wished me to find, the missing elemental.
I believe so, yes.
Well, he has apparently met his final end.
Oh. That is not very good. What happened to him?
Apparently, the same creature that murdered Master Sushan had go of him as well. An entity called Zalish.
Who is this master you speak of? I have not heard of him. I did hear of another one of our kind who was murdered, but the Mandarin did not give names.
Master Shushan was a... He contemplates. He exemplified many of the worst and best traits amongst us. He was like me. Well, more aptly like you and like me, if that makes sense.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes, he apparently died at the hands of this creature.
And you say another one has been killed as well?
Yes, apparently so. Though I will need to confirm.
It seems he's picking us off. Or those two were just unfortunate.
Yes. Though I am most disconcerted that once again a second individual uses his God's body when he says that he refers to the one he formed in front of passive onlookers. So much so that they are able to identify him as a large metal man. It is somewhat disconcerting.
That is. I'm sure the Mandarin will not be pleased to hear that.
I have come to find the Mandarin is very seldom pleased these days.
You have a point. You have a really good point there.
We need to bring him more baked goods.
Yes, we do. And at that, she'll actually head back down to her room.
No! No!
She'll head back down to her room. A few moments later, she'll come back with a brownie and offer it to him as he's sitting on the bookshelf, unless he moved during that time.
He's probably straightened the bookshelf, or at least kind of propped it up at this point. But yeah, no, he will take the brownie and start to nom. Fuck you, Kim.
I don't know what you mean.
Cough. Anyway. But he will straighten up the bookcase. So, very interesting.
Start putting the books up.
Mm-hmm. But yes. Has there been any more advancement on this premise of the new temple?
Yes. I have not spoken to Zhao or Kazuhiko lately, but I do, and I need to ask them how far they are progressing. You will naturally come along as well since you have a job there. Because... And she'll kind of roll her eyes. because apparently you did not do well the first time, so now you must do another one. Another challenge.
He will shrug. You think it's easy to steal the plums of divinity, or to steal the peaches of divinity? It's really not. You have to try more than once.
No, I just find it odd that, and she'll point to herself, I was able to do this without knowing too much. But yet, you, who was teaching me, was unable to do it. It was intriguing, to say the least. And no, I'm not saying that I'm upset at the position that I currently hold. I thought it was a little odd. That's all.
He will smile as he puts books back on his shelf. This is what happens when they actually perceive the difference between them and I. Calling themselves princes. How obnoxious.
Yes, Zhao's name is interesting, is it not?
What's that? What is that? Does his name mean something? I don't
it
know.
actually means prideful prince in Cantonese.
Prideful. Oh my god.
At least I think it's Cantonese. I'm pretty sure it's Cantonese, but it means prideful prince.
Because the one thing that's coming to mind is General Zhao from fucking Avatar now.
No.
Who ironically looks more like a Hanuman than anything else if you count the sideburns.
God, yeah, he had some massive sideburns. Anyway, we should probably rein it in.
Mental note. But you have to understand, he says as he puts another heavy book back onto the shelf. It is a difference, as I say, in your calling. If you think that you are better than someone merely as to the station and the fact of your birth, then you will never be able to truly rule, because those who you think are your inferiors will always feel as though you are trying to make yourself their superior, so they will try to pull you down.
Yes, I understand this, and I have no want to do something like that. I think I've made it clear that I don't. It's not to say that I don't care, but I don't put much stock into the whole nobility commoner thing.
Good. If that is one lesson I have taught, then it is a good lesson. After all, the humblest man who walks the humblest road, with nothing but a robe, his prayer beads, no shoes upon his feet, who gives every penny he has to the poor and eats only simple rice, he himself could be Buddha, for that is what he sacrificed for the world, because all the world is suffering, we must transcend it.
She'll nod a few times and continue putting the books up.
He will finish basically putting like the last book on the shelf and kind of dust his hands off. He was still not too noble to help an old monkey put back up a bookshelf anyway.
Well, I mean, if you really want to get down to it, Old Monkey is also, like, giving me a paycheck and a place to sleep, so, and teaching. The least I could do is help put some books up.
Yes, yes. I am, however, worried, he will say, as they kind of make their way back up to the counter. The fact of the matter is that I do honestly believe that if we are to make a place for us all and everyone, a place where we can have sanctuary to speak our minds in freedom, that place should be given selflessly and should not as this Kazuhiko, vile invader that he is. You kind of get the rough estimate he doesn't like the Japanese very much. This character doesn't like the Japanese. That he is, wishes to turn a profit on a selfless endeavor. That is against the very teachings of Buddha, and it flies in the face of what I believe.
I do understand why he wishes to make a profit, but I am going to speak to him about perhaps only making enough to pay the bills, and then anything else that is made in excess go to charity, the children on the streets, the
There are
things
too many hungry bellies in Hong Kong. He will nod.
exactly, which is why another I suppose we could call it an organization. Another organization helping to feed them wouldn't be too bad.
No. And it would provide valuable positive energies, that they would know this is a place of sanctuary for all. That is what I desire.
Well, as I said, I need to speak to him about it, and hopefully he sees that the same way. I know his main concern was he didn't want to lose any money, but if he
You can kind of see the Haishin takes his seat behind the counter and kind of lets his robes fall, and he says, "Let us be honest, though. We are meant to be the guardians of the prayers and dreams of the people of Hong Kong, the people of the Middle Kingdom. We should not have such concern for things like money. I earn just enough with this little shop of mine to eat and to procure my little curiosities, and I am happy. He seems to have much more, and yet fears for much more. So he is materialistic. Materialism will simply weigh him down."
she'll lean against the counter and kind of wave her hand dismissively, I do not see it as that. Think of it as if he funds this out of his own money, he will eventually run out if he does not make a profit. In which case, we will no longer be able to go there because there's no more funding in it. The lights are off, things of that. If he's able to create a profit, we can pay the bills, keep the lights on, and the excess will not go to him, it will go to charity. Everything works out.
I agree. Hmm. Very well then. We will see what we shall see. Each path that we take down a road, we do not know where the end shall greet us.
Most certainly. A little funny that way.
I shall look forward if he attends our little tournament. Prince, what it is to taste the dirt.
You got really quiet there and I didn't hear you.
He almost said that very thoughtfully, as he says, "And if he attends our little tournament, I shall look forward to see how a prideful prince likes the taste of dirt."
Still upset over him punching you, huh?
No, I'm upset that he didn't ask to do so first.
Ah,
It is discourteous.
I see. When is this little tournament anyway, and exactly where are we going to have it?
He contemplates. I was going to make a room downstairs.
Ah, okay. And if you need any help with that, I will see what I can do.
Yes, I more than likely will. We shall see when the time comes, of course.
Of course.
As for when, he casually shrugs. What I was intending to do is there would be many different participations over many different evenings. So we might have 2 or 3 evenings to do a semi-final, to do a preliminary knockout, semi-final, and final. I still have to come up with some kind of prize, of course. However, I have various people looking all over China in order to find something of suitable rarity and value.
It will be hard to find something that will appease so many people, but I'm sure whoever you have looking will be able to do it.
I can but hope.
Hmm.
Maybe your Khan shall have to compete on your behalf.
Hmm. Possibly. I'm not too sure if he would be very interested in that, though.
He smiles and kind of strokes the hair from the corner of your eye and says, "Being Fair Lady's champion, I'm led to understand has a certain mystique."
She'll roll her eyes. Ah, yes, you sound just like that dark prince we helped move on the other day.
Mm-hmm. "Oh, yes, milady, whatever you want, milady. I'll just grovel down here in the dirt, milady." And that was before you even were a lady.
I'm pretty sure I've been a lady since birth, thank you.
Yes, but were you a lady? Unlike in Thailand, I hear they have lady boys, which are an altogether different topic.
Oh?
There are dark corners of the internet, young one, where you must never go.
And apparently you seem to just stroll through them casually.
I'm a hacker, my dear. It's kind of what I do.
Of course, of course.
Yes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just, whenever you do your hacking, just put a sign on the door so I don't accidentally walk in if I need to tell you anything.
Yes, when I'm polishing my great staff, yes.
Oh yes, with the Dream Pursuer.
He will very casually ruffle your hair. Like, whatever you say, my lady.
Ruffle my hair again, and you will not see another brownie.
Ooh, she threatens the sugar supply.
Yes, I do.
That would have been so much more effective if you didn't giggle midway through.
No, like that was icy. She was giggling.
I know. That's why I didn't change the high shin voice.
Okay.
Very well then. I suppose we should get back to cataloguing the lower levels.
Yeah, are you still alphabetizing them backwards?
Of course. Except on the third floor, there it's left to right.
Why do I even try?
Because all the universe needs is a little bit of chaos.
Well, it's a lot of chaos in the bookstore.
Yes, your point being?
Oh, never mind, never mind.
With that, they will proceed to descend down the set of stairs into the lower levels of the Apricot Dragon, and I think we shall call our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. I would say have pleasant dreams as always, but you know what? We never sleep, so have pleasant, mind-breaking consciousness as always. Bye!